an interesting species, an interesting mix. You're capable of such beautiful dreams and such horrible nightmares. You feel so lost, so cut off, so alone. In all our searching, the only thing we've found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other.
I want to open this video with a quote from Lao Tzu, and that is, if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. And if you are at peace, you are living in the present. Now, I think as much as we want to believe that most of our time is spent living in the present and that we don't live in the future or in the past, I think that the vast majority, for most of us, of our time is spent thinking about something that's not actually here and now. And really, to illustrate this, look at when someone asks you how your day was. And oftentimes we'll give an answer of, oh, it was good, or it was fine, or it was okay. And if you ask that same question to a toddler, the answer you'd get would be very different. And that comes from the toddler having this sense of wonder and awe that the older we get, the more we seem to lose it, because as time goes on, we compare events that happen to us to things that happened in the past, or how we perceive things in the future, of how we would want them to play out. Something that has been helpful in keeping me centered and grounded, especially with things that I don't particularly enjoy, is thinking about that there will come a time when we do something for the last time. And that applies to everything in our life. I mean, the great moments, the bad moments, like at some point, that event will happen. Maybe it's only once in your lifetime, but maybe it's something you do every single day. But eventually there's going to come a time where you don't do that again. And thinking about that really makes you, act differently, even if it's something that you don't love to do, because you just become so much more aware of, every component of it, every sensation of that activity. And it's easier to see in some cases if you look at an athlete playing their last game of their career, or a musician performing their last concert. Like, they know that's it. They're gonna be fully in that moment. They're gonna give it everything they have. Whereas for most of us in our everyday lives, we don't think of it that way. We're focused on comparing it to our expectations of what the future can look like, or comparing it to how the past was. But if we really step back and look at it like, okay, what if this was the last time that I do this thing? How would I act that out? It often looks very different from what we really do. And so really adopting that childlike mindset of being open to everything that's around us and appreciating it for what it is, instead of taking it for granted because we've seen it in the past, or we've imagined something better in the future, but really enjoying every bit of the present moment. And all you have to do is keep doing it in each moment, because we never know when this life ends, or when things will dramatically change in it. So every moment could be the last time that it happens. So I think whatever it is for you, but finding something that can really bring you back to remembering that this life is impermanent, and it will change, and we don't know when that happens. But whatever you can do to bring yourself back to that, I think the more you can do that, the better. And overall, we can see the beauty and goodness in each different moment of